First part of this tutorial is already available on my channel. So those who didn't watch it yet, first watch the first part, then come to this tutorial. Things which we have learned in the first part of this tutorial are: we first add a plane, then with the help of Bezier curve, we made this path, then give it some then give the path some geometry, and with the help of geometry node we made a path on the plane. Then we add spheres and move each spheres in different paths. But at the starting stage, all these spheres look like they are inside the one sphere. And in this tutorial we will do rest of things. So let's start the tutorial. Select the first sphere and go to the setting tab. We will start with applying material. Click new in material tab. Rename it and play with the material and textures. I am using wave texture. Connect color wrap in between. And apply the same color to both the end. Then click the plus icon to add one more point. Then change its color. Select constant on color wrap. Then play with the points. I want silver color at the center only. Press 3 for the side view. Then adjust the color wrap. After that, connect bump node to the normals of principal BSDF and connect color wrap to the bump height. After sphere, select the plane and click new to apply new material. Then select the principal BSDF and press Ctrl T if you have enabled node wrangler. Otherwise you can enable it in add-ons. Now in image texture, select your texture whatever you want. I download texture from Polyheaven, which link I will provide in the description. Make a duplicate of image texture and connect it with mapping, then roughness, and select roughness from the texture. Make one more duplicate of image texture, connect it with bump, then connect bump with normals of principal BSDF. Select the normals in third image texture, reduce the bump strength. Now connect color wrap between first image texture and principal BSDF, and also between second image texture. In first color wrap, select the color and then flip the color wrap. Play with the handles for the best result. Select none color in second and third image texture and sRGB in first image texture. Play with the scale of mapping. After material, come back to the layout. It's time to add camera. Now add a Bezier curve by pressing Shift A. Move it in Y and Z location. I know the exact value because I have made it earlier also. Select the Bezier curve, then go to edit mode by pressing tab key. Then select the point which is curved in shape and press R. Then press and hold the control key and rotate it until the Bezier curve becomes a straight line. After that, come back to object mode by pressing tab key. Now add a camera by pressing Shift A. Then go to constraint setting and add a follow path and select the Bezier curve which you have just added to the target. After that, add a track to in constraint and select the first sphere in the target. Then go to camera property and increase the focal length to 80. Then go to object property and make all the rotation value 0. Now when you play the animation, you can see that the animation is not making a seamless loop. To make it as a seamless loop, we have to animate the Bezier curve. Before that, select all the sphere one by one by pressing and holding Shift key, except the sphere which you have applied the material. After selecting all the sphere, select the sphere at the last which you have applied the material. Then press Ctrl L, select link material. This will apply this same material to all the sphere. After that, select the Bezier curve. Then at frame 1, enter keyframe in location X. Then go to the frame 183, enter 10.95 in the X location and enter keyframe. Now the animation is looking like seamless loop. Now for lighting we will add sun. Now for lighting we will add sun to the scene. Move the sun upward in the Z location around 8 meter. Then go to the render view and adjust the rotation values for best possible result. Also play with the strength of sun in the lighting property. One thing is missing in this animation, that is the rotation of sphere. For that, select the first sphere. At the timeline 1, enter keyframe in rotation Y. Then go to the frame 183 and enter 720 in the Y rotation and again enter keyframe. Similarly, we will apply the same rotation value to all the spheres. Yeah, one more point, you have to apply the negative 720 in the last 3 sphere. So select the sphere 004, go to frame 183, make the 720 value to negative 720, then click the mouse right key and replace the keyframe. Do this same step with the sphere 005 and 006. Now see, everything is correct. Now go to render property and enable ambient occlusion, bloom and motion blur. Then play with its value, then decrease its value a little bit. In color management, play with the look. I am selecting medium high contrast. Now we will apply depth of view. For that, select the camera, go to the camera setting, enable depth of camera. Select the first sphere in the focus on object, then play with the f-stop value. Then again come back to render view and in depth of view, enable high quality. Before the final render, do a render image to see everything is correct or not. See, the curves depth are visible. Now to hide them, go to the collection which we have created in the previous tutorial and uncheck the camera icon. This will hide the curve depth in render. Now again do a render image. Now everything is correct. Now to render it as a video, go to output property, select your location and name, then follow the steps. And at last, go to render animation. If you like the tutorial, please consider to support me on Patreon and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon.